unbreakable spirit, stories of compassion and wisdom. And today we're going to move on to story number 26. Your mother is precious because she devoted her life to raising you. Once there was a young bride who earnestly pursued Buddhism. One summer's evening during a wild thunderstorm, her mother-in-law, a widow whose husband had been killed by lightning, sat alone cowering inside her mosquito net. Concerned about the older woman, who she knew was deathly afraid of thunder and lightning, the young woman came downstairs, pushed her way inside the mosquito net, and held the other woman tightly to comfort her. You should be safe in here, she told her. The net is made of hemp, which doesn't conduct electricity. And even if you were to die tonight, I would be right beside you. When his wife didn't come back, the young man wondered what had happened to her and went downstairs to find her. He was moved to see her sitting with her arms around his mother. Later, back upstairs, he asked his wife, Does my mother mean that much to you? She replied, You are more precious to me than anything in the world, and your mother, since she devoted her life to raising you, is just as precious. Fortunate the family that can welcome such a daughter-in-law, fortunate the husband who is blessed with such a wife. Very good. Yeah, this is a very heartwarming story that shows how kindness and compassion and empathy can solve a lot of problems and sufferings that we all go through in life. This young woman, it's a Japanese household. A lot of Japanese, they live with their in-laws. Yeah, when the woman marries, yeah, they move into the husband's home, and his parents are there usually. I mean, these days it's changing as Japan is getting modernized. But you can imagine a situation. You know, it could be like Thanksgiving get-togethers. A lot of people are in the same house, so there is a conflict of interest. You know, somebody is afraid of something that we are like, oh, that's not scary. What's up with that? You know, if we think in our mind, what's wrong with you? So that creates conflict. If we say it, it creates a lot of conflict. But in this story, the young woman, she had such a profound wisdom that was very touching. And basically, it teaches us about the understanding we might have of the law of cause and effect. To what extent do we understand the law of cause and effect, which states that every cause brings an effect? If there is an effect, for sure there is a cause behind it. Yeah, most of us, we don't think about how these various effects come into being. We just think, oh, it's random, or by chance, or it's a coincidence. We don't give it much thought. But those who study the teachings and walk the spiritual path, little by little, their understanding of this law of cause and effect becomes deeper and deeper. You see that everything is connected to everything else, like a web. They're all interconnected. If you raise one knot, everything else gets raised. It's all connected. So, if we, for example, love someone, you know, and we marry them, but then if we think, oh, I don't like his mother, so that's like cherry picking. It's one of my favorite words or idioms in English. You know, that's like cherry picking. It's not going to go that way. If you don't know what cherry picking is, it's the action or practice of choosing and taking only the most beneficial or profitable items, opportunities, etc., from what is available. So that goes against the law of cause and effect. That's like saying, okay, this tree has so many beautiful fruits. I'm going to pick all the good fruits and then let the rotten ones stay. Someone else come and clean it up. That's cherry picking. You know, if we like something, we have to appreciate it in its entirety. That's what cause and effect is. If so, in this case, the young woman, she really loved her husband so much, and it said that she was earnestly pursuing Buddhism. So she had this deep awareness of the law of cause and effect, that her husband is a good person or exists because of his parents. And also, his mother devoted her life to raising him. So, if she likes him, then she wants to show appreciation to his mother too, who raised him, and so on and so forth. In Buddhism, we have a phrase that we always meditate on to understand what it means. Buddha says, the entire universe can fit into a poppy seed, and it's neither too big nor too small. So we're like, wow, what does that mean? So that's like how we meditate, or the koans we use, like a puzzle we're trying to figure out or solve. And then we begin to realize, wow, yeah, this poppy seed couldn't exist without his parent seed, mother and father, and their parents and their parents, and so on and so forth. It like covers, it goes back so many generations. That's how we become grateful to all our ancestors at the same time too. Without them, we couldn't be here. Yeah, so that's the benefit of learning or pursuing the Dharma earnestly, so that we can understand the cause and effect. And this is, I think, one benchmark we can see how our own breakthrough on the spiritual journey. That's a long step forward. It's a big progress if we understand that we have, this is human folly to do cherry picking. So we spotted, we raised our awareness of it, and we try to remedy it. If we spot it, we can remedy it by realizing how foolish we are, and then we need to show appreciation and gratitude for everything that's supporting those cherries. So good job everyone for being here, starting the week so well. Today is Monday. We will have the Right View Lab, most likely hosted by Stefania, and have a beautiful start of your week. Bye.